Hey guys, welcome back. My goodness, it is just on 2 weeks and a few days until the show, like legit 2 weeks, 4 days until we step on stage. So as you can imagine, I can't even speak. It's kind of rough at the minute. I think everything is just like in slow motion for me. Obviously speech impediments are one of the most notable at the moment. Thought impediment, it's also happening. Some things that I didn't do this week was eat. Calories were a little rough. So yeah, I'm in that survival mode. I think I've mentioned this a handful of times now. It's just like you're just getting through each day, hoping to God that you are able to provide or apply the most amount of cognitive restraint possible so that you don't just go, that bowl of cereal over there looks really good, even though it's been sitting on the table from my child for 4 hours and it's soggy. Gee, wouldn't that be nice to eat? That's literally the thought that I had this morning as Olivia went off to daycare. So taking her a bowl of cereal and a bunch of other things, like some leftover pancakes, of course it's all the good stuff. And I'm like, don't do it, Holly, don't do it. Just put it in the bin. So yeah, it's been a real struggle. The dumbest things now I'm like really excited by. So you can definitely tell when you're this lean that food is like the number one priority. I can't tell you how many times I've like gone to lick a spoon and I'm like, nope. Anyway, calories were pretty rough this week. So I'm actually going to just pull this up straight away because I haven't really got a lot to share with you because there's not really a lot going on in here other than survive. So this week's targets, let's pop over and have a quick look in the settings on Carbon Diet Coach. So 1302, a real smorgasbord of food. So I've been aiming for 145 grams of protein, 114 grams of carbs. It's basically just licking a stamp, and 30 grams of fat. Here's how I did. So we'll go take a look at my calories first, and then I'll show you my weigh-ins for the last week, just so that you can get a bit of a feel for how this kind of responded throughout the course of the week. So you can see there my average was 1393. So I don't even know whether I can mark compliant this week, despite my very best efforts to kind of make up for Tuesdays. So as you can see here, like Wednesday, perfect. Didn't make any errors. Like literally just ate the same 3 meals basically every day. But I changed out my protein source for each of them just so I wasn't going insane. And I think I put a different sauce on the meal. So I was like, yeah, this is a new flavor. Woo! But Tuesday was a real shit show for me. So obviously Monday, kids come back. Tuesday, it's my busiest client check-in day. And I had a couple of extra meetings kind of just piled on. So like I don't have a choice not to do certain things within the business. So like I have to get it done. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. So like I will be here until it is done. It's like you have to do it. So I stayed back a little bit later than I was meant to, thus pushing my dinner, my third and only meal for the day back to like 10 o'clock. And yeah, by the time I got home, I also didn't have a chance to order my groceries on Monday because kids got home. I'm just like, so didn't have any groceries. And I was like, I'm out of all my nice veggies. I think I had like some tomatoes left and some zucchini. And you know when the tomatoes, like one of them in the corner of the packet's got like a little bit of mold on it. I'm like, oh damn, I'm like, I can't use this. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, you know what? I have got a huge training week ahead of me. I started my day on Tuesday for training, but I still have 3 big sessions left. And I also had a HIIT session and some extra core work and a bunch of other stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear the consequences for the rest of the week, and I'm gonna have a nice big hearty meal. I'm gonna eat something that I really want. So I feel like I just ate, what did I have? Like cereal. I think I might have another bowl of cereal. Then I had a bowl of yogurt, some powder mix in. Then I was like, some cereal would be good. So just had a lot of carbs. So inevitably my day ended at 2,600 calories. That is double what I was meant to. But previously at this point in the game, that would have caused me to have a fucking nervous breakdown. Excuse my cussing, but truly, like I would have died previously. So I think I kind of went to bed, like I felt satisfied, which was a nice feeling. Didn't have like grumbling tummy. And I kind of just put something mindless on the TV, which I never do, just to kind of get my mind off any kind of negativity, and then put myself to sleep with a motivational video. So yeah, I woke up pretty good actually on Wednesday and actually had a really good week with training. So managed to maintain all of my lifts, like compound lifts. Nothing dropped down this week, though the perception or the perceived difficulty was significantly higher. I think all of my programming was meant to be a repetitions in reserve of 1. It was probably a 0. Like I was maxing out on some of my weights. I'm like, yeah, it's time. So things did actually go very well after that lovely, delicious high day. But I think by Friday, I was just about sick of it, like 1,000 calories just over. And again, before you say anything, I know that I always promote, making sure that you're eating an adequate amount of calories for your body weight, for your activity levels. Even though an individual day for me is significantly lower, I'm still eating within a week the required amount of calories. It's just I cycled them hard on one day. So yes, those numbers are very low, but you can see there over the course of the week, my averages come in just under 1,400 calories. So it's not as scary as it looks, but I can tell you now, it felt pretty scary, and I probably looked and was behaving pretty scary by Saturday and Sunday. So let's go and have a look at my protein. Again, a lot more consistent now that I'm so close. You can see there throughout the week, it was dead on pretty much every single day, and that's just because I was eating like a creature of habit with not a whole lot of diversity. So that came in at 146, which was good. Have a look at my fats for the week. You can see there, Tuesday was, oh no, this is carbohydrates. Oh my God, I just about died. I saw it. I thought it was fats. I'm like, did I really eat 330 grams of fat? No, I didn't. I had 330 grams of carbs. So like I said, I was just like, cereal would be good. Another bowl of cereal. So that was a high day. And then I really just struggled all the way through to the end of the week. Saturday, 75, 96 on Sunday. But my average came out at 130. So a little bit over my target, I think. And then fats are obviously very low. So if I look at Monday, what do we got here? 86, which is actually probably back to what my maintenance calories were pre-diet. So pretty rough all around for the whole week. Not ideal, but hey, this is prep and it's hard having a deadline. So weight-wise, things went really well. Oh, I've also got to share this with you. Last week in my check-in, I stood here and I said to you when I was doing my check-in, I don't know whether, I've got my period. I have no idea. Like, who knows whether it will come. Legitimately, that afternoon, after I just submitted all this info and recorded this for you, I'm like, oh, what do you know? Surprise, surprise, got my period again. So there it is on the screen. I had it from Monday through to Friday, and it actually dragged its ass all the way through to the weekend just to really let me know about it. So that's going. It's been every 14 to 17 days since April. So yeah, I've just been in a really wonderful place for the last 7 days, eating air and letting myself bleed to death. Yay. So wait, sorry, I digress. Clearly I'm in some kind of way right now. All right, Monday I was at 63.7. Thursday I'm up to 64, back down to 63.3. Sunday 62.6, which was my lowest weigh-in to date. So happy about that. Definitely looking leaner this week. I'm basically see-through. I feel like a walking sirloin steak. It's wonderful. I'd like to eat sirloin steak. 63 is what I was at this morning when I weighed in. So my weekly average is down to 63.4. So it's not the crazy jump I was hoping for, but I am noticeably leaner and I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be fine. In fact, I'll probably be ready by next Monday. And then I'll have a whole week just to really enjoy this really amazing feeling body. And then I'll get on stage. So let's do this damn check-in because I want to know what my calories are today so I can eat. All right, was I compliant? Ooh, well, I actually wasn't. So the range was 1265 to 1339 and I was at 1393. However, I did go in and have to do a makeup session on Sunday. So I did an additional 30 minutes of HIIT this week. So it took me to a total of 1 hour of high intensity intervals over this 7-day period. I did 30 minutes on Saturday and I took my ass back to the gym on Sunday and did another 30 minutes. And it's essentially the same thing. So I just do 15 minutes kind of doing 2 stairs at a time and then 15 minutes doing like the fast stairs, going back and forth between those hard intervals on like a level 15 and then back down to 8. So I actually got to wear my heart rate monitor on the Sunday session and was very closely observing it just to see what was happening. And I was busted out like 182 beats per minute on some of those intervals. And then it would just drop back down maybe as low as like 170 for the entire time. So it was hard, but I knew that I was a little bit over or this was going to just kind of sneak me back in. So was I actually compliant this week? I'm probably still over, even with that extra HIIT session. So it probably amounted to, if I'm to guess, just under 500 calories. But if we divide that by 7 days, it probably still keeps me outside this range. So I'm going to say no. And I was also close to my menstrual cycle, yes. Put my weight in, what was it, 63 this morning. Does everything look okay? Yes. Let's just see what the coach does. Okay, your calories and macros are a little far off for our liking, but don't worry, this won't ruin the plan if you can get back on track. Let's try to hit your targets a little closer every day this week. You got this. Yes, I do. Okay, so same targets, guys, 1302. Let's go. We have 2 weeks to go. Things that are coming up for me this week. I have a whopping 5 days in Miami. So I'm flying out Wednesday evening or afternoon after my client check-in work. So Tuesday and Thursday are big coaching days. Gotta try and get that in and my training in the morning, flying to Miami. And then we've got 3 days of photo shoots. So yeah, it's just gonna be eat. No, there'll be no minimal eating actually. Let's start that again. Wake, hair and makeup. Probably fast and maybe just have some coffee in the morning. Shoot, eat, train, eat again, sleep. Maybe throw in some work tasks. So that's just gonna be me for the next few days and just managing anything else that kind of comes through and on my plate. And then I'll be flying back on Sunday morning. So yeah, the rest of the week's really just gonna be focusing on the job at hand. So interestingly, that photo shoot is gonna be where I will have all my upcoming materials. So if you guys see any of my posts or programs that go up on the workout builder in the future, or certainly for the next 6 months, like everything that I shoot this week is going to be used for all of our social media stuff. So it'll be like Outwork Nutrition, Carb and Diet Coach, and of course the Workout Builder and Team BioLane stuff. So Sunday afternoon, I think I went shopping for about 4 hours. It actually was a wonderful time filler. I was not thinking about food, which is wonderful. So I bought a bunch of different outfits, which are super cute, and I cannot wait to start to share some little behind the scenes of that. And then the next week is a full on, I guess, just focus, try not to die. And then we'll be flying out to Vegas. So that's really what's in store for me. I will definitely be pretty active on my social media on Instagram this coming week while we're down in Miami. We've got some pretty cool shoot locations teed up for you guys, some awesome shoot locations in fact. So yeah, make sure that you are following me along on Instagram. Until then, sorry that I've just laughed my way through this entire check-in. It's just like at the point of delirium right now. So I know that a lot of people don't really kind of share that insight. I know for me, like just trying to get through life with kids and work is so challenging. I truly wish that I could just focus 100% on prep because it would be a heck of a lot nicer. But even just some of the appointments and things that you've got to get in, like I went and had to have my hair done, which over the course of 2 days it was to color it and then go back and then have the extensions adjusted. And that is a whole day. Like it's a full day's work. not for me, I still work, but for them. And then, or all the beauty appointments, so getting your nails done, getting tan, like organizing all your costumes and things. It's just all these extra hours that I don't normally spend doing stuff. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you guys have an amazing week. If you are using the Road to Worlds, I hope that is going amazing for you. I'm going to be hopping on the Facebook group today to have a chat and see how all of you girls are going. Until next week, I will see you then.